And then, of course, there's the vibrato technique. Once again, it's leaving the wrist to do the work and leaving the hand free is the type that I like to use. And then, of course, the other vibratos we talked about, which are just merely tremoloing the note without stretching it. Then the mood or the emotion, that can really depend on a lot of parameters that you want to use, as we discussed: staccato, legato, the overall dynamics of the piece, and just the mood that you instill in it. These are basically the 7 things that I like to try to do when I'm working on creating a basic technique that I'll use in a lead. So I'd like to take that into what we'll call getting an idea and fleshing it out. What I try to do to get it actually into a song or whatever. It's allowing like your subconscious to kind of speak, as we were kind of talking about. You don't have to settle for anything the first time. You don't have to hang up on trying to conceptualize. Just be patient, see what happens, and as we said, start simple, not forcing it. It'll naturally expand. You can practice conceptualizing. You can sit around and just kind of work on melodies in your head, or just kind of playing them, and they can be just 1 note or 2 notes. And if you start with that, you'll see how they grow. It's just as if you just entertain the idea, just as if you were, you're trying to remember a dream or something. You just kind of practice conceptualization. And usually the best way I find for me to do it is not to be biased, not to have a preconceived idea. And that allows me to get more newer ideas. So there's 2 sides basically to guitar composition. You have the improvised and the planned out section. To me, there should be kind of a sort of a symmetrical bridge put between them. In other words, the improvised sections will have skeletal type framework, where as if it was a chorale, where you kind of stay in that, but you can constantly adjust or change it. Like say the lead in Manhattan, where I just go like. That's basically an example of a planned out lead, and I can kind of work from a framework, whereas other leads will be more of just a very just open-ended, like in Camels or something, where it's just anything can go at any moment, but at the same time certain ideas might come, like I might always do those 4ths, 5ths rather. I might always do that leg. So to me, there's kind of a bridge. You want to kind of stay open on the planned parts, but you also want to kind of get some kind of ideas that you have for your improv parts. So as a final perspective on what we've talked about in this edition, I'd just like to say that it's important to use all the facets of your technique as a spectrum of available tools to put that life into your ideas and your music. But it should never be as important as the 3 commodities of the music, which are really the critical parts, which are melody, harmony, and rhythm. Thank you so much for being part of this, and I hope to see you down the road.